This is TWiT.
Oh, man, how did you get one of them? I'm so jealous.
I ordered one from Best Buy.
So I ordered one from Best Buy, too. That's the Z Flip. So Samsung had its big Unpacked event on Tuesday. They announced 4 new phones, 3 new S20s. That's the designation for the Samsung Galaxy S phones for this year. The S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, like 120 megahertz refresh, or hertz, not megahertz, 120 hertz refresh, 18 cameras or something, a giant camera bump. I mean, it's just crazy. But all of this looked like kind of, well, that's what I'd expect, the next generation Galaxy S. Then they announced the Z Flip, or as the rest of the world calls it, the Z Flip. That, to me, is the most interesting phone of the year.
It really is.
So let me see it. You got it. You ordered it at Best Buy. Did you get it Friday or?
Yeah, so I was one of those Thursday night at midnight.
Yes.
I ordered it within like 5 minutes.
Me too.
And then they're like, you'll get it Monday, and it actually showed up Saturday. So I actually had a very good Best Buy experience. Not that I'm sponsored by them, but
I was going to go pick it up at the. My problem maybe is I said I'll get it at the Santa Rosa store, and you live in New York. I think.
No, I'm in Massachusetts now.
Oh, you're in Massachusetts. Okay. Yep. I think what they said was San Francisco, L.A.,
New York,
the big city, Atlanta.
They had a few.
Would have like 5.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so they didn't really
they're
sell
sold
out.
out everywhere, but that's because they sold 100.
Right,
yeah,
exactly. 20 phones total.
The supply was super limited.
I told you I'd go into San Francisco and stand in line for you,
so bummed
Leo.
out. Let me. I'm gonna go look at my order. I made a bookmark. This is how much I care. I made a bookmark on my web browser to check my Best Buy order. So what do you think,
so
Daniel?
Impressive.
Yeah, so it is the most intriguing piece of technology I've used since I drove my Tesla. It's really got me to rethink technology in terms of phones, and it's not all perfect, right? Like if you opening and closing it is definitely an extra step, and if you're always putting your phone out of your pocket, there's that trade-off, and that's real. It's also a little bit more delicate, or at least I'm treating it more delicate than I probably would, something like the S20 Ultra. That said, the way like I have it right now with it sort of propped open like this as like a mini laptop.
I love that little Barbie laptop.
Yeah,
I think that's
so
great.
I leave it on my desk like this, and it has the always-on display, so it just shows my calendar and any notifications. And now I'm using it also with Microsoft's Your Phone, because it's built into Samsung's phone. Right. So with Windows 10, I just launched the Your Phone app. I can now mirror the phone. I can actually just run the apps directly. I get notifications. I can make phone calls. I can do text messages all while it's open on my computer. And that's like... And it uses Wi-Fi Direct, basically, and it's actually a very fast connection. So it's really just sort of made me rethink about what a smartphone can be. I don't think it's for everybody. It's still too early. This question, like, is it worth it? Come on, it's $1,400. Most people, it's not going to be worth it. But it really is transformative. I hate to be cliche, but it really does sort of make you rethink what phones and devices can be. And this idea that it's a large phone that folds up and, when I close it here, and I just dropped it.
$1,400.
Go ahead, pick it up. Is it okay? Oh, little phone. Are you okay, little phone?
No, I have a rug. It's all right.
Oh, my God. And you got the right color. You got the purple. So do you see a crease? You see a little subtle crease where it bends?
Yeah. So if you open it and you go into the light and you kind of reflect it.
You have to do that, though.
Yeah, but when you're using it, you absolutely do not see the crease. You feel the crease, and that's weird. It felt at first to me like I had some gunk on the screen or something, but you get used to it. And since it's halfway up, you can actually scroll mostly in the bottom half of the screen.
Oh, I see. I can see the crease when you hold it like that. I could totally see it.
Yeah, there we go.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, no. Well, look, it's folding. So I think that there's 2 ways to go with a folding phone. Either unfold it to make it bigger or start small and make it normal phone size. And I think this is, unfortunately, the Moto Razr was announced 2 weeks ago, and apparently isn't very good. It's crinkly and weird. Samsung comes along 2 weeks later and says, well, how about this? They claim to be using very thin, foldy glass.
Yeah.
Although jerry-rig, have you seen jerry-rig yet? Because jerry-rig everything, it kind of makes me mad because Jerry takes, X-Acto knives and pointy objects and tries to scrape the darn thing.
Oh, that's just like a torture.
I know.
That's like Saw for gadgets. I don't like that at all.
I can't even get one, and Jerry's already.
No, take it off. Assault.
It's worse when he takes the X-Acto knife to the metal on the side and starts scraping it.
So obviously no one is going to do that, but he is measuring the Mo hardness, and he says it's a hardness of only 2 or 3. It is not glass hard. So what do you think?
Yeah.
His theory is it's not really glass. It's a polymer with glass particles embedded. It's glass-like. Yeah,
we don't. Who knows, right? I mean, they're being coy on this. Let's just be honest. And like Samsung probably could have been. A lot of this is marketing. So the issue is this: when you use it and you feel it and compare it to the Fold and the Razr phone, it feels way better. That's why everybody's so excited about it. It does feel smooth. It feels glass-like, and that's why people are like kind of believing it, you know. But when it comes to, it doesn't have the properties of glass in terms of resilience, and that's sort of the issue. Now, to Samsung's credit here, they're like, you can get a professionally installed screen protector on it, which
they offer that at no charge. Yeah, you go to iFix, you fix it, whatever it's called. I have you fix. What is it called?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know about it.
No, it's a phone repair company. iFix, you break, iFix, something like that.
Yeah. And then the other thing is if you break the display, they'll replace it for a one-time for $120, which is I mean, that's expensive, but for a $1,400 phone, that's like, okay, that's actually a pretty good thing. So
I think we have to learn that if it's a foldable screen, you don't take an X-Acto knife to it. You know, treat it with some. Here he is, though. I mean, I have to say he's using his fingernail.
Yeah, that's what's worrying.
He's creasing it with his fingernail.
Yep.
But don't do that. Don't do that, folks. Just be very gentle with it. I do like the form factor. I think this is, and it bodes well for Microsoft because they've got, now they're doing 2 screens with a hinge, the Neo and the Duo.
Glass.
Yeah. But I think
that's where the benefit is.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's a good form. I love the little Smurf laptop form factor. I think that's
great. Is Apple doing anything like this? No. Or is there ever going to be an Apple device that has a cool screen like this? Or are they going to fall behind in form factors and eventually get themselves in the back of the market here?
They're going to do what they always do, which is they're going to – them and their fans will continue to dismiss this as a gimmick, a fad. It's breakable, it's stupid.
Until
Apple comes out and does it. And to Apple's credit, they'll probably come out and do it right, as all Apple fans like to say. And I don't doubt it. That's how the company operates. Right. But they'll probably come out with by that time, the actual material science. We're expecting Corning to actually have bendable, foldable glass by the end of this year. You know, Apple will do. I think everybody's going to do this, or at least offer a version of it, because what you keep hearing people talk about is, it's what Leo was saying. So this is a large phone that folds into a smaller one. The Galaxy Fold is a tablet that folds into the size of a phone. And,
I like this better. Women put it in your purse. I could put it, it's like a pocket square. You could put it
it's really small. And when I'm even at the gym, it's nice not having a slab on my pant leg. You don't feel it as much. It's still heavy, but it's
Stop it, Alex. You have a dirty mind.
He made a joke. I laughed at it. It's not my fault. It's his fault. Those words.
He said slab in his pant leg.
Yeah.
Well, now who's double clicking on my giggle, Leo? It's you, sir. It's you.
No, I agree. I like the idea of a smaller phone that gives you all the affordances of a larger phone, and then some. I mean, I think Google knew that folding phones were coming. They adapted Android for foldables so that a program like Google Duo can know that it's half open and put the picture on the top, the controls on the bottom. I think I hope we see more apps do that. I think that's a real. All the Samsung apps must be fold-aware, right?
Yeah, YouTube does it right now, Duo, and there's a couple other apps. It's not a ton, but Samsung did say they're going to release the API and work with Google and partners to sort of bring that feature. But yeah, that's what makes it. It's that feature that really kind of makes it one of the more interesting devices. But in terms of the experience of it, the cameras are very good. The battery life has been solid so far. It's not amazing battery life, but for most people in this demographic, I would say it's fine.
It's an 855 Snapdragon, so it's as fast as any of this year, last year's flagships. Not as fast as the S20 will be, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically late 2019 flagship phone in terms of specs. Right. The cameras are great. It's wireless charging. 8 gigs of RAM. It comes with a little case in the box. I mean, it's a cool device. It's not perfect. You know, it's for early adopters, trendsetters, and that's the point of it, to get it out there. I've seen so many influencers and people in tech have it this weekend. And that's exactly kind of what Samsung wanted, right? We're all talking about it. Yeah. But if you go read most of everybody's doing sort of 24-hour and 48-hour reviews and updates. Everybody's pretty, happy about it, actually.
I would wait, though. If you're, I mean, I'm going to buy it, but right away, as you did. But I would wait a month or so before a normal person spends $1,400 on this, because you really do want to make sure it's going to be durable. We've had a bad experience already with the Galaxy Fold.
Although the Galaxy Fold, to its credit, with that second version that came out, I know quite a few people who have it. And it's funny because you're not hearing Fold displays getting scratched, breaking, all that. Like that's not out there right now. So they seem to have done a pretty solid job with this. But it's still too expensive for most people.
Samsung has rewritten the bad branding that the Fold had last year. I mean, initially, and Daniel, to your point, and the use of the word gimmick, that's all I thought about foldable phones 12 months ago. And what they've done is not just say, hey, this isn't a gimmick. They put it into a product that you can use right now and get the same use that you would out of a traditional smartphone, but in a non-gimmicky form factor.
I think maybe it's the chat room saying, oh, you tech people, you just want something new to talk about. And that's fair. We have glass slab phones. We've had to put up with them for the last 10 years. It's nice to see a different form factor. And for the first time, I think this is a form factor that might have some legs. It's not the first folding phone. I had a Moto Razr way back in the day, right? This one doesn't give you the satisfying hang-up, though, right, Daniel? You can't slap.
Oh, you can.
You can?
Yeah, you can do. Oh. Yeah, it does that. Yep.